Oh, yeah! What's up, everybody? Peter Joseph here for video number 2 on this getting close to very late Sunday night video, June the 14th, 2024. Or, if you're on my replay crew, it is now, did I say July the 14th, 2024? But if you're on the replay crew, it is now July the 15th, 2024. The midpoint of the month, the midpoint of July. Hope everybody's doing well and had a safe and great weekend. I missed the bullshit that happened with Mr. Donald Trump. They're still talking about it. So trying to find out what the hell that 20-year-old schmuck did and, why he did it. I hope they find something on his phone. They said some classmates and some friends. They were saying that, oh, he never was like this. Bullshit. Bullshit. It's bullshit. Probably had some family problems, or he was just whacked out in the head. Next thing you know, they'll blame it on heavy metal. Like, oh, he listened to this band and this thing, he wanted to... Somehow metal will be brought into it. You know how it is, but, Oh, he listened to Slayer, and he went raining blood, Or the dumb fuck who thought he thinks he's a Trump supporter, like, listen to Biden, it's like, oh, let's go for the bullseye. Idiot. That's, pretty much it, but I hope they, a guy's rotting in hell because he, got killed. A 20-year-old kid ruined his life by just doing some stupid shit. Now, I hope he burns in hell and his family goes to jail for not keeping tabs on their son. But, it is what it is, and that's, pretty much it. But we got the Republican National Convention tomorrow. Trump is gonna do a big, huge speech. He's rewritten his speech, obviously, because of what happened on Saturday. Hopefully he doesn't doesn't really bring it up. I think he just talk about the issues at hand, taking the nomination, going on, and doing some more campaigning, safe campaigning, hopefully, and just go out and do his mission, that is to make America great again and beat that sleepy-headed bitch, Joe Biden, or Kamala Harris, or whoever is the Democratic nominee. And then we'll just have to worry about this. There's going to be another debate in about a month and a half, 2 months from now. It probably won't be, but who knows how the first one went. I don't think Cookie Joe wants to go round 2. If he does, you better have some wake-up juice. But Trump did an interview. He said, "God alone saved me from death." And the time was actually kind of interesting, 6:11, and there's a Bible verse in, I think it's Ecclesiastes 6:11, which is called the armor of God. So, Trump somehow had the armor of God. Saved his life. It was really bad. But it is what it is. So, you failed the Democrats to kind of put him out of his misery, but because you're going to lose, most likely. But but Biden actually said something good tonight. It was actually interesting. He said that we must be united and violence should not be in America. This and that. At least he was honest for once. Says that this shit has to stop. We need to cool down here in America. That's. Yeah, from your mouth to their ears there, Joey. Cookie Joe, that's not going to happen. I can imagine what tomorrow is going to be. And the next couple of days, and the next couple of months, leading into the election, and after that, going to January 6th is going to be an interesting day, and then January 20th, Inauguration Day, whether it be Biden or Trump, is going to be just insane. And then pretty much 2025, and all the way up to 2028, yeah, pretty much 2028, 2029, it's going to be insane, but, We'll have to see what happens with that. But, Biden's like saying, lower the temperature in our politics. You're right. I mean, you say all this, is it going to happen? Probably not. But anyway, I don't want to make this all about politics. I'm just, it was just a freak thing that happened Saturday night. Found out about this on Twitter. Twitter was just blowing up. I'm watching Collision, and then I'm about to do my live tweets for Collision, and then my good buddy Joe Cronin is, first thing, as soon as I got on Twitter, Joe Cronin's tweet was right there on the front page of my homepage, saying, Donald Trump got shot. I'm like, what? And I saw the video, I'm like, what the fuck? Then I found out 2 people died. 2 innocent bystanders. A great American hero, a firefighter, passed away, and I think a woman passed away. I think that was the second person that got shot. So, that sucks. But, thankfully, they shot and killed that 20-year-old punk bitch kid. But it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a whole bunch of shooters. We didn't even know. It could have been a massacre. But, Trump got up and went, yeah. And then everybody say, oh, they're taking it to wrestling. It's a work. What? It's a work. He's doing this. Come on now. These stupid fucking people on social media. That's why I call them marks. They don't have to be a wrestling mark. They can be just a mark in general. They just think and say stupid things. Yes, this whole thing is a work. Right. This was staged. Yeah, you hit a pop and it was firecrackers, right? Right, okay, shut the fuck up. Probably Democrats saying that shit. Go fuck yourselves. That's all you guys care about. You don't like the country, get the fuck out. You don't like Biden, if you don't like Trump, and you don't like Biden, then get the fuck out of here. Go to Canada, go to Mexico, go to Timbuktu, go to the fucking Arctic Circle or Antarctica and die. I don't give a shit. That's not a death threat, I'm just saying. Just get out of here and just go do something with your life. I mean, it is what it is. It's supposed to rain, damn. I hope not, and then I gotta go out tomorrow. I got doctor appointments tomorrow, so I'm gonna get these videos up pretty quick, try to get at least one or maybe both of these videos up before I actually get some sleep, because I have to get up, and I have to go to work, and then I have to go to physical therapy, and I have to go to my go to another doctor appointment later in the day. Then I'll be back to watch Monday Night Raw, and maybe a little bit of the convention to see what Trump has to say. But that probably won't be till I think 9 o'clock. I don't know what time it's going to be, but I think it's around 9 o'clock because I got to do all the. The representative for Arkansas has the floor. Mr. Trump, we give you your 20 delegate ballots. And then other people are going to talk, like, we're going to hear from his running mate eventually. I don't know who that is. And then eventually, later on, probably like 9, 10 o'clock at night, we're going to hear from Trump, and he's going to, talk for, 3 hours, And then eventually he's going to say, I accept your nomination. And if you don't like it, you're fired. Pretty much. That's that. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about what happens tomorrow. I mean, if there's chaos, then yeah, I might talk a little bit about it. But other than that, I'm just worried about wrestling and worried about my life, and then what else goes on. That's that. Major League Baseball is at the halfway point. Final game of the first half. The Mets, Quintana, went back into suck mode. And, it is what it is. Mets, 5-game winning streak ended as they lost 8-5 to Colorado, but he still had a great homestand, 5-1 on the homestand. Now they go to the All-Star break. Excuse me. Still I believe they still have the third wild card. One back of St. Louis who won today. The Braves won today. Ugh. So the Mets are now 4 back of the first wild card because JD and his stupid Braves are the first wild card. St. Louis is the second. Mets, technically right now, the third. I think the Padres lost, so that's a good thing. But, they got Arizona and a couple other teams that are like 1 game back, so. But right now, the Mets are doing good. 3 games over 500, 49 and 46. Hopefully, as they come out of that, they got some not so many tough games per se, but they got that Yankee series next week. I think it's Tuesday and Wednesday in that construction site in the Bronx. That's what it is, a dump. So see what happens with that. Yankees, well, took two or three from the Orioles, and they were got back into contention for the AL East. They were like a couple games out. Now I think they were a half game out or 1.5 out. They got the lead in the 9th, and then what happens? Clay Holmes thinks he's the Mariano Rivera, and he's not. Gives up 3 runs as Baltimore won 6-5 to salvage that series, and now they go to the All-Star break. But Yankees still, they're still in contention for the AL East. They got, I think, the number 1 seed in the wild card. So if they can continue on. Well, right now they had a bad June. Not a great July, not a great start to July, but we'll see what happens as they come out of that. And then that's it. So Mets, the New York teams are actually, in contention for possible playoff spots. But we'll have to see what happens the rest of this month, going into dog days of August, which, the Mets are not that great in. And then they get red hot in September, usually. But hopefully, things go well. Senga's coming back. Hopefully he can pitch like he did in Syracuse and here in Brooklyn last week. So that's going to be a big, huge help to that really not so great pitching starting rotation. Manaea had a decent game the other day. Peterson's doing pretty good. But Quintana, he had some good starts, and then Sevy is starting to be like up and down like my dick in your mom's ass. But that fucking bullpen fucking sucks so bad. They really need some help there. I hope Mr. David Stearns gets more bullpen help. We don't need another bat per se, but maybe an actual starter. But we'll see. But not sold on the guy they got from Tampa Bay, Matan. Hauser needs to go. I swear to God, he is the biggest bust this year that the Mets got in either free agency or a trade. He sucks so bad. Go take him back to Milwaukee, which means the good land. Send him back to the Brew Crew, because he has done shit all for this team. Another 2 runs he gives up. What else is new? And you get rid of Dykeman. That guy is garbage too. Send him back to the minors, just get rid of him. I mean, the only guy that actually did good today was Budo. That guy is like a beast next to Nunez. I would have Budo like a setup guy, like a 7th, 8th inning setup guy to Diaz. Or have Budo as a 7th inning guy, then Nunez as the 8th inning guy, and then you got Diaz to close it out. I would get rid of Ottavino, because he's out of here. See what I did there? But get these guys that cannot pitch out. I want them out of here. They're on 1-year deals. Why do we bring them back? Just for a stinking year. Oh, we need bullpen help. Yeah, but they suck. Get them out. I just feel that if they don't do big things at the trade deadline, which is coming up basically in 2 weeks, about 2 weeks, 29th, which is 2 weeks from today. They don't buy, if they sell their bullpen, which they should, and get some actual help and not some stupid draft picks or minor leaguers. I mean, the farm system's starting to get better again, but we'll see. But they're going to get they need a bona fide setup guy. So I don't know if Budo or Nunez can be that guy, but we'll see. But they can get some setup guys. And just trim the fat, get rid of Hauser, get rid of Ottavino, get rid of Dykeman. We get rid of Sean Foley too. So I don't think they're gonna trade like somebody like Alonso. Like be a stupid trade. And he hit a bomb today too. So number 19. But I don't know. I'm hoping the Mets are buyers and they get some bullpen help, because if they stand pat, there is no way, no how that the Mets are going to go further than that, even if they make the playoffs. They're going to probably get beat in the first round like they did in 2022 when they lost in 3 games to the Padres, so they could have beat them in their sleep with that pitching staff. They just except for DeGrom, of course, but Scherzer stunk. And I think it was Game 1. DeGrom saved them in Game 2, and then Game 3, Chris Bassett just laid a fucking egg. And that was it. The Mets were gone, and they choked that NL East to just get the wild card. I mean, there are a lot of games back with Philly. Philly, unless they implode in the second half, I don't think the Braves are going to catch them. I don't even think the Mets can catch them, but the Mets have been red hot since July. Since pretty much June. Where they had a great June. Starting off July pretty good. Best record since then. Since pretty much May 29th, really. Good shit. But, kind of a reverse in the Bronx. The Yankees just suck right now. But, we'll have to see what happens with that. This coming Friday, baseball is back. For the second half, and we'll see what happens with that. But Tuesday, we got the All-Star game, and I'm not watching it because I don't care about it. I'm not even watching tomorrow with the Home Run Derby. I know Big Pete Alonso's in it. I mean, is he going to win? Probably not, depending on who else is in it. I think the guy that won last year is in it. And I know Alonso already won, I think, one. He won one. He was going back for the second one and just couldn't defend the title. But he did win it, so that's a good thing. That's probably the first Met to actually do it, I think. So that's good. But, I'd rather him not be in the Derby, because God forbid he hurts his oblique or something. Ugh. Mets are done. They lose anybody, they lose Alonso. Pfft. Bye-bye, so long farewell to the playoff hopes. They lose a guy like Nimmo or Lindor, who's both guys are red hot. I still don't understand why they're not on the All-Star team. Even as replacements. That's just fucked up. That's why the fan balloting is a joke. It's just a joke. And even if you put it in the hands of the managers, they're going to pick who they like. They're not going to pick someone that's red hot like Nimmo. He's batting like 400. They're like, he's great, but we have somebody better. Yeah, but we'll see what happens with the game in Texas on Tuesday night on Fox, which is probably going to eat up NXT's ratings. Same thing with the convention tomorrow. Is going to destroy Raw's rating, because everybody's going to listen to what Trump has to say tomorrow. So nobody's going to watch Raw. We're still going to be doing watch-alongs and all that shit, but, probably be in picture-in-picture with Trump. But we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Sunday night, check out my first video of the day, long time ago. Pretty much yesterday if you're watching this. My tribute video to Shannon Doherty, who passed away at the age of 53 due to breast cancer. So, check out my tribute to that. Link will be down below in the gobbledygook. And that's pretty much it. Alright, let's get this video out of the way. I might get my TNA Ring of Honor review up later, or probably right after this, because I'm pre-recording as always. But, see what happens with that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your very late, and so far out of date, AEW Collision review for this past Saturday, July the 13th, 2024. And it is taped, it was not live, from the Scotiabank Saddledome in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, as my good friend Lance Stone would say. We'll move on with that. Alright, so more progression as we go to Blood and Guts coming up pretty much next Wednesday in Nashville, Tennessee. Yep! And a little bit more as we're going to All In, which is a month from now. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so as always, our commentary team on Saturday nights, and it's time to fight. Speaking of guys that love to fight, well, one guy loves to fight is Nigel McGuinness, me love. And my good friend, the legend that he is, Tony Baloney Schiavone. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, right to the action we go, because a little less talk and a lot more action on this review. And in real life, too. Anyway. Alright, so first match of the night, we have Takeshita, Takeshita, taking on the Dynamite Kid Jr., Tommy Billington. We saw him a couple weeks, I don't know when we saw him last. I think he fought Robbie, and obviously lost, but a good showing. Fans loved him, they want more of him, hoorah, so we'll have to see what happens with that. Alright, Don Callis on commentary, as always, because he had Takeshita there. Pretty good match, actually. Started off with Takeshi's like, I don't give a crap what you're going to be doing there, Mr. Billington. And then starts beating the crap out of him for a while. And then back and forth match. I'm not going to get to everything. I guess I want to get these videos out of the way and go to bed. But 13.5-minute match to start. So we get near the end of the match. We get that patented snap suplex, which was impressive, by Mr. Billington, made famous by his dad, the Dynamite Kid Sr. God rest his mighty soul. Takeshita slams her off the top, ow, but Mr. Billington comes right back with a tombstone pound driver! Leaves both of them down for a double down. Billington goes up top for the swan dive and missed. No water in the pool for you, sir. So he missed that. And then Takeshita hits the Blue Thunder Bomb, and as we all know, if you're not Sami Zayn, you get 2 out of that. Then Takeshita comes right back with the running knee to face. 1, 2, 3, yes, to win. Pretty good match to start the show. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And that's it. Then after the match, Don Callis gets in the ring, offers Mr. Tom Billington a spot in the Don Callis family, but Billington's like, kiss my ass, bruv! I'm not saying bruv, but says, kiss my ass! And Billington goes after Don Callis, but then he gets jumped by Takeshita, and then Kyle Fletcher comes in for a 2-on-1 beatdown, and then we hear the music of FTR, Fuck the Revival, Cash Wheeler, and Dax the Axe Hardwood. Surprisingly, they come out for the save. So, I'm thinking, like, are we going to get a 6-man tag team match next week? I doubt that, but, we'll see. What happens next week, or this coming weekend, on Collision. That's that. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we're going to look back at the chaos that happened with the beautiful Mariah May winning the Women's Owen Hart Tournament, beating Willow Nightingale, and then going up the ramp, and then the heinous act of the year by destroying and busting Toni Storm. Oh, my head, darling. Busting her wide open with her shoe. I guess Toni forgot to watch out for the shoe. So, we saw Mariah May turning heel. And now, over the next couple of weeks, we're gonna hear from Mariah May this Wednesday, and I'm like, why did you do that? We're gonna find out. I know he's gonna say, I was always in your shadow. Like Owen Hart. I'm not a nugget, Brett. Oh, but Owen, the best there is, the best there. I can't even do his impression. I'm sorry. The best there was, the best there is, and the best there ever will be. At the SummerSlam, I'm gonna kick your ass. I can't do his impression. It's hard enough. I can do Owen a little bit. Woo! Anyway, I'm not Jason Sensation. I'm sorry. I try to do good impressions, but I'm not like Jason Sensation or that other guy on Instagram that does. Man, he does Roman Reigns great, and he does Paul Heyman and Santino Marella and Shawn Michaels. Great. I'll play it for you sometime. Maybe tomorrow in my Raw review. Maybe I'll play a little bit of some of the impressions that he does. That guy is good. He's on Instagram. I don't know if he's on Twitter, but he does great impressions of Shawn Michaels, Paul Heyman, Santino Marella, Triple H. He does a lot. He's like the next Jason Sensation, basically. But way better than Jason Sensation ever could be, probably. And he's still alive, by the way. We got that. Alright, so we saw what happened with Mariah May and Toni Storm. We'll find out Wednesday night why Mariah May did what she did. And that's that. Alright, then we go to your 2-minute Suckfest. Well, not the first of two 2-minute Suckfest matches of the night. Trios action with the Bang Bang Gang Guns Up. We had Rock Hard Juice Robinson teaming up with the Ass Boys, Colton and Austin Gunn, the Undisputed Trios champions of the world. Well, not Juice, but anyway. No Switchblade. Jay White. Wait, what's Switchblade? Because Jay White got injured. I don't know how. I think it was the last match he had. Yeah, I think it was in the tournament. He got injured somehow. But in any case, he's out for now, so Juice Robinson is in. But it's a non-title match with 3 jobbers named Michael Allen Richard Clark, or Mark. Nice little acronym there, dude. Sean Moore and the ever-popular London Lightning from Canada. He fought Roddy, he fought a couple other guys. He's close to winning. But not so much this time as London Lightning comes in, gets punched right in the face. Then he gets hit with 310 to Yuma. 1, 2, 3, good night. 2-minute Suckfest. I gave a dud because I didn't care about it. Zero. Even as for the Ass Boys, but, the Bang Bang Gang. Too sweet me for the love of God. But still, boring as fuck, waste of time match. But at the aftermath, that was the actual interesting part. After the match, Austin Gunn gets on the mic, says that since Jay White was injured at the hands of Christian, that was I think it was not on Dynamite, I think it was last week. So anyway, since Mr. Jay White is injured, Juice, you are now officially the trio, one third of the Trios champions, or really 3/4 of the Trios champions. He says, and he's like, I'm so glad I'm a champion. I'm gonna be the greatest, And then Christopher Daniels, Mr. Authority himself, he comes out and says, No, you can't be the champion because we don't allow that bullshit. That's a hypocrite move. Remember when Samoa Joe filled in for Mr. Adam Cole, became one half of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions with MJF? You forgot about that, huh, Chris? You're my boy and everything, but you forget that? Come on. Oh, I have to do it like Roman. Come on, Chris. Come on. How can you forget that? Last year. Anyway, so he says, well, we can't have something like that, so I am here to officially announce that the Bang Bang Gang has been stripped of the titles, and the titles are now given to this guy, vacant. Huh, that guy gets around. So they're like, what? You can't do that to us! And then the patriarchy come out. Christian! Nick freaking Wayne and his hot-ass mom. Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on and she's fucking hot. And then, Luchasaurus there, too. So, Christian's like, well, I like the idea of you stripping them of the belts, but we should fight them anyway for the belts. If Calgary wants to see it, which they do, when Christian's like, I don't give a shit. Daniels is like, alright, we're gonna have this match, but for the vacant Trios titles. When? I don't know. So Christian's like, nah, we're gonna have a match now, but I'm gonna pass on that. I'm like, they're gonna give it to Christian Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne anyway, and then they're gonna lose it to the House of Black, because when Buddy Matthews comes back, he's gonna be pissed. And then I don't know who the House of Black are gonna lose to. Eventually, it's gonna come all the way around, probably at all in or all out, I believe the House of Black will win the titles either in a triple threat match or some type of one-on-one match with the Patriarchy or whoever. That's why the Trios titles should have never been unified. Because now you got nothing in Ring of Honor. They're not even defended in Ring of Honor. Oh, I'm sorry, Ring of Horror. Much like any other belt defended in that federation. But I know Death Before Dishonor is coming up next Friday. We got some title matches at least. You know, Mark Briscoe's defending his world title against Roddy or Dalton. We'll get to that in a minute. Athena probably be losing her Ring of Honor Women's Championship to Queen Aminata. And then my girl Billy Starks defends her Women's TV title against Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen. I did read that Atlantis Jr. defended the Ring of Honor TV title on this past week's show. I think it's either this week or it's going to be next week. Probably be dropping that title pretty soon. I don't know who, but we'll see. I don't know what's happening with Mr. William Yuta and his fake as fuck pure title. That hasn't been defended. Actually, it was against Lee Moriarty, I believe, on Ring of Honor. I think it was last week or the week before that. So actually, it was defended. Thank you. But I mean, it is what it is. And then the tag team belts that Matt Taven and Mike Bennett have. They're just waiting for some competition. Don't know what it's gonna be, but there's a certain tag team from Detroit, Michigan. I think we all know what that means. You know, the Motor City Machine Guns. They finished off their indie stuff in Prestige. They said goodbye to the fans. Everybody's like, oh, they're going to WWE. They're coming to AEW. I hope they go to AEW, personally, because I think the WWE will ruin them. They'll put them in NXT, that's fine, but they'll just be there for like a year or two, then be brought up to the main roster, and maybe do some good things on the main roster. I would love to see Motor City Machine Guns against DIY. That'll be epic. Or maybe Ben Frazier and A-Kid if they stick around as a tag team. Maybe one more with the Good Brothers, because they fought in Japan. So, I mean, we'll see. But if they go to WWE, that'd be great for NXT-wise, but main roster maybe later than that, but yeah, my nose is itching, I'm sorry. But in any case, or they could go to AEW, just go in that division. Maybe have like a little reunion in Ring of Honor, because they were Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions at one point. I remember that reign a little bit, not too much of it though. I think they won. I remember when I first went, when I went to see when the Kings of Wrestling, Claudio and Chris Hero. I think they lost the belts to Motor City Machine Guns on that show. I forgot what show it was. It was 2010, I believe, or 11. I forget what year, but I was there and I saw it live. And I have somewhere Motor City Machine Guns autograph actually from that show. Not the first time I met Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. I met Alex Shelley like 3 times during his Ring of Honor days. I kind of gave him bad story. I kind of gave him $40 by accident. Like, hey, here's $40. Oh, fuck! I meant to get the ticket. Dummy. I gave Alex Shelley $40 of my own money. How do I do that? I don't know. I had a brain fart right in front of Rosa, because she was there with me. That was that final. I think actually that was that final battle of 2014. No, was it 14? It was 14 or 15, where Adam Cole lost the belt to. I think he lost the belt to Jay no. Well, the second time I think Jay Briscoe. No, I think when Jay Briscoe had it, they had that Fight Without Honor match. That's when Cole got his shoulder hurt. He was out for almost a year. I think it was 14 or 15. Because I know Jay Briscoe had the belt, so I think it was around the same time. It was first or second reign, I think. But in any case, I had bad seats there, but it was horrible. Sitting behind sitting right near the bar. I could barely see the entrance. But I saw, like, most of the show, and it was, I mean, a good show for Final Battle purposes. But Horrible Arena, which was Terminal 5... I mean, I had general admission seats. They wanted me to sit upstairs. I mean, I couldn't really... I mean, I could have went upstairs, but... Because it was 3 floors, so... I was like, you know what? You know, I was almost in standing room only. But, you know, there was a couple of seats in front of me that there was nobody there, and I asked people, like, anybody sitting here? No. I'm like, alright, we're going to sit here until somebody kicks us out of these seats. And that was it. Me and Rose had a good time, and then we left. Not the first Final Battle me and Rosa went to. We don't remember which ones we did go to. 2010, 2012, Final Battle 2012, which I have the DVD. Sting Generico, anyone? Ladder World 4, we were right there. By the way, same show where Roddy basically came into me and Rosa's lap, dropped my fucking Coke. You still owe me a Coke, Roddy. It's on the DVD, the first fucking match, you see it. I don't know how, I think it's like the first 5 minutes, I gotta check that. I think it's the first 5-6 minutes. I'm not gonna show it, obviously, because I don't want to. Even though most of you have seen what Rosa looks like, and you know what I look like, so. Like, oh, look, she was fit. Well, it is what it is, I mean. Be jealous that me and Rosa are together still. But, yeah, I was there for that. 2012, then I went to, pretty much every year after that was in the Hammerstein or in the Grand Ballroom, I was there. Except for the years I was in, Baltimore, and the other one was in Philly. But, every year after that, I think like 16, 17, 18, 19, it was the last one I went to. But, pretty much from, I think, I think it was 17, 18, and 19, I wasn't sitting ringside, which sucked. But all the other Final Battles, I was pretty much around the ringside area. Sting Generico, that Loser Leads Ring of Honor match, Final Battle 2010, I was third row this way, the ring is here, the ramp is this way, I was like right here with Rosa, and that was that. 2012, Final Battle, Sting Generico, front fucking row. Because I'm Mr. VIP, and she's Ms. VIP. So I got that. And pretty much all the other Final Battles, I was pretty much around the third or fifth row. I think there was a couple of Final Battles I was actually front row. I don't even remember, really. But when Cody was in Ring of Honor and he beat Jay Lethal by chicanery, I was in, like, the 7th row on, you know, the entrance is this way. I was, like, right here, but I was on the side. That was that, but I was ringside for, Shinsuke Nakamura and Kevin Steen. What was that? War of the Worlds, I believe it was. Or Global War. One of them. I think it was War of the Worlds. I had the DVD. You can see me, too. Pretty much almost all of it. I really wanted to get was Best in the World with Kyle O'Reilly, Auto Parts, and Adam Cole in that Hybrid Rules match. Oh, that match is fucking sick. That was match of the year almost. We had that. But pretty much 2018 and 2019, I was pretty much in the first balcony. I was on 2019. I was on this side of the balcony. I could see everything, and I think the 2018, I was like right in the center of the first balcony. Like good seats, you can see everything, but you know, I wish I had more money to get ringside. But I didn't have money at the time. Cause one, it was sold out. Well, pretty much almost sold out, but it is what it is. I am really hoping that Tony Khan wakes the fuck up and has the 2024 version of Final Battle in the Hammerstein. Because that can get at least 3,000 people, which will be great for Ring of Honor anyway. I mean, I think Death Before Dishonor is almost sold out, at least. I know TNA Slammiversary it's sold out, and it's in Montreal. 4,000 people are going there. Nice, TNA. Well, TNA's getting good, man. I mean, they are pretty much not on fire right now, but with the TNA WWE NXT partnership, I think, the Joe Hendry effect, I call it, but, I got people coming in from, you had Izzy Dame, you had Tatum Paxley, and then you had Mr. Regal's son, Charlie Dempsey, and Miles Bourne on this past week's show. I mean, there are rumors that Natalya might go there, and by the way, Natalya re-signed with WWE. Why? I mean, she's a trooper, but, I mean, she's just there to put over talent now. She's never going to win another title. Probably not. Probably not. Who knows? She's just going to be there to coach the women. I think she should have just signed a Legends contract and just to do that. Not just sign a 2-3 year contract to just basically sit in catering and do nothing and then have a match on main event or whatever. I mean, what are they going to do with her anyway? Creative-wise. She'll probably be jobbing to people like Stephanie Vercoeur and Julia in NXT. They send her to NXT. Like, oh, you're going to job to Stephanie Vercoeur and you're going to job to Julia. You're going to get your ass kicked. Pretty much. And man, Stephanie Vercoeur signed with WWE on the house shows this weekend in Monterrey, Mexico. Got a big, huge pop. Beat the fuck out of Easter Dawn, I think, tonight. I forgot who she won against last night. Well, I mean, Saturday night. But they signed her, thrust her right into the house shows. How about that? And now she's saying, oh, NXT Women's Division, look out. I'm like, oh, Roxy, you're in trouble. Roxy, you're going to be facing you, Stephanie Vercoeur at Great American Bash, or Julia. And you're going to lose, most likely. I would hate for Stephanie Vercoeur to lose her debut match against Roxy at the Great American Bash. No, you bring her in, you make her a star first, there, Shawn Michaels. Season her up. Maybe you don't have the match at a Great American Bash. Maybe you do that at No Mercy. Or do whatever Julia comes in. I think either both of them can be thrust right into the title picture. You don't even have to have ridiculous, boring match with mediocre talent, but still. I mean, we'll see what happens Tuesday on NXT. Roxy's going to be talking about oh, I beat everybody. Who's next? Julia or Stephanie Vercoeur is next, or maybe a returning Cora Jade, but I doubt that. I mean, she's 6 months into rehab. She's running the ropes like she's never got hurt. It's crazy. So, there's 3 challenges for Roxy right now. But I think pretty much everybody else is going after Keilani Jordan and her Women's North American Championship, which we don't even know who her next challenger is right now. I mean, she beat Sol Ruca in that great match at the last pay-per-view at Heatwave. And now we're seeing where she goes from here. And who knows if they bring in those 2 titles that they were thinking about, the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title for the women. Not that they need them, but it is what it is. That's that. Alright, we got that. Alright, let's go back to AEW. Alright, so at a later date, we got Christian, Luchasaurus, and Nick freaking Wayne taking on the Ass Boys and Juice Robinson for the vacant Trios Championship. I think that's a waste to strip all the belts and make a match for the vacant belts. That was dumb. I didn't like that decision at all. But anyway, so the match I gave a dud. The segment I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. That's it. All right, then we're gonna look back at what Jack Perry did to his former good buddy, the Shrimp himself, Marco Stunt. Whipped his ass, retained the TNT title. So we had that. Move on. Alright, then we hear from the House of Black, where the Kings of the Black Throne, Mr. Malachi Black and the Beast himself, Brody King, they're all ready to start building towards All In a possible trios match with, I would think, the Patriarchy when they win the trios titles. So we're going to get that match, most likely at All In. I think we're going to get new champs. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we got a great video of Jerry Jarrett, J-E-W-F-J-A-R-E-W-T, that's Jerry Jarrett, talking to Owen Hart's family, I mean Martha Hart, and her son Oj. God damn, he's big now. Still probably, and him and his sister have still have resentment for the WWE. They'll never, and Martha Hart in part, putting Owen Hart, the great Owen Hart, in the Hall of Fame, in the WWE Hall of Fame. They still have a grudge. It's not so much Martha Hart now, it's the kids. But the kids are like old now. Oge looks like he's in his 20s at least. Maybe close to 30. I don't know how old his sister is. I mean, are you really going to hold a grudge for the rest of your life? I mean, it's been 25 years since Owen died. I mean, come on now. Well, you're like, we gotta go, we don't want to do it. Well, first of all, they're Martha Hart and Oge and, and Oge's sister. It's 25 years later. No, there's no sign of Vince McMahon. Triple H is running the company now with Nick Khan, man. I mean, come on, let it go. Please, let it go already. Is it going to go another 25 years? When Martha's probably, I don't know how old Martha Hart is, but, she might be old and gray, and like, no, but my husband, 35, 50 years ago, The kids are going to be, older, and we still don't have Owen Hart. Like, 2050, we don't have Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame yet. Come on. But then you're going to get older people that, even before Owen Hart, that are still not in the Hall of Fame. I'm just saying. Well, we do know next year John Cena is probably going to be headlining the Hall of Fame, because it's his farewell tour. So why not put him in the Hall of Fame? Who's going to induct him? That's the question. I hope it's Randy Orton. Unless they're fighting at Mania, then I don't think that would be a wise idea. That's that. We'll see what happens with that. Moving on. Alright, so that was a pretty good little video with Jeff Jarrett, Oge, and Martha Hart talking to, I think, we had Jay Lethal and Satnam Singh, Karen Jarrett, and Jay Lethal there. They're talking to them about the Owen Cup and everything, how Jeff meant everything to Owen, and Oge even talking to Jeff Jarrett, like, I remember you and my father were a tag team back in WWF days. That was nice. At least that was a good video. So I give that 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to Roddy! Along with the Kingdom, Matt Taven, and Michael Kanellis Bennett at ringside, taking on the Big Cook. Dalton Castle came out with, the Outrunners, Floyd and Magnum, as the boys. I don't understand that. I don't understand their union. It is just weird. Anyway, this match is to crown the #1 contender to Mark Briscoe's world title at Death Before Dishonor on July the 26th. I don't know why they didn't do it on Ring of Honor TV. We're getting it on Collision. And we thought that Tony Khan was a great booker. Anyway, back and forth match they went. Dalton goes to the outside. Sends Roddy to the outside. The Outrunners give a little pep talk. Some muscle flexing. Like, and then Dalton gets to the shot to take over. And a Hurricanrana off the apron. Ouch. Has Roddy down. And then Matt Taven and Mike Bennett cause a distraction. As I think they were yelling at the referee or the Outrunners. Roddy gets to the cheap shot. As we go to break, come back. Roddy manages to knock Dalton to the outside. The Kingdom gets in some good shots behind the referee's back. Roddy then suplexes Dalton onto the apron. Ow. Excuse me. And then Dalton goes for the bangerang. Roddy escape. Hits that jumping knee strike. 1, 2, 3 in under 11 minutes. Roderick Strong is the new #1 contender to the Ring of Honor World title, and he will face Mr. Mark Briscoe. I think they know each other pretty well at Death Before Dishonor for the World title. That's that. Match was decent, 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then, guess who we go to next is Mark Briscoe, the funky chicken himself. He's at that chicken farm in Sandy Fork, Delaware, training in his ring, which he had a lot of promos in with, the great man up there, Jay Briscoe, reach for that sky boy. He's there. So he says, I'm ready for blood and guts because that's what I do. Blood, guts, and chicken shit. Is that better than cowboy shit? I don't know. But anyway. But he says after I get done leading me and Swerve and 3 other guys in blood and guts and beating the Elite, I'm going to defend my belt against Roddy. And that works for me. Pretty much 2 matches in the same week. Maybe 3, who knows? Got Blood and Guts, and then got Death Before Dishonor, and maybe he's on Collision. Or maybe a Rampage and Collision taping, and maybe 4 matches. He could do it. But it is what it is. So I gave Mark's promo 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we find out that the guy that ran through that looks like Hologram, his actual name is Hologram, but his, he was formerly known as Artemis, I think his name is. So he's going to be debuting next week on the program. And he's not Ricochet under the mask. His name is Artemis, when they changed his name to Hologram. Let's see what this guy does. I'll give him a look-see, but if it's just a regular luchador from CMLL, I'm like, It is what it is. So, not like this guy. Antonito, I say, how you doing? I don't know this Hologram guy, but he stinks. But you feel Osito. Ah! Moving on. Alright, so we got that. Then we go to Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway, the wrestling pimp. Don't really think too much of Willow Nightingale these days, whose favorite color is 3. Okay. And basically, this feud with them and Willow is never going to end. Yeah, it's going to go on for 6 months, like the Serpentico and Helico feud with Maria Kanellis-Bennett and Griff Garrison and, what's his name? Cole Carter. No, 2 Dimes, who's in the hospital now. He got injured, so he's going to be out a while. So, Griff Garrison now by himself. We really haven't seen the guy. Maria's dealing with some disease, and that's, hopefully she gets better with that. Because we haven't seen her much on Ring of Honor because of that. So she's taking a lot of time off to deal with her little medical problem. I hope she gets better, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so we get that. So I gave the Statlander Stokely Hathaway promo 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the second and final 2-minute suckfest match of the night. The Native Beast, Nyla Rose, taking on somebody I know a little bit about, Ava Lawless. And, well, basically, Nyla came, saw, conquered, hit the Beast Bomb in under 2 minutes to get the win. Match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. And then we find out that Nyla Rose this Wednesday night will get a title shot against Mercedes Moné, the TBS champ. So we see Mercedes on I believe her first match on Dynamite. That should be good. But yeah, Nyla Rose accepted a challenge to Mercedes, who issued an open challenge for the belt. So yeah, Nyla Rose, a former women's champion in her own right, but the AEW women's champion, now going after the TBS title. Last time we actually saw her go after the TBS title was when Jade held it, and remember when she stole it, proclaimed herself as the TBS champion, which was never recognized, and then Jade came back and beat her to continue her then 60-0 record, and she lost to Chris Statlander in the same paper on the same night that she beat. I figured she beat that pay-per-view. Then she lost to Statlander, I think, when Statlander was coming back from injury. But that was pretty much it. Jade left after that. Went to WWE. She's having some good success. Great showing in the Royal Rumble this year. Winning the tag team belts with Bianca Belair, and then losing them to somehow they lost to the Unholy Union, Isla Dawn, and Alba Fire. They're looking to get him back, but are we gonna? I thought we are gonna have the turn of Bianca or Jade, and we're gonna have that epic match with Jade and Bianca I know we're like 3 weeks. Well, we're about a month away, so we gotta maybe build that. So I don't know if we're gonna build it this week, but we'll see. But if they don't do it at SummerSlam, when are you gonna do it? Bash in Berlin? I would rather see that in the States, not in Berlin. It is what it is. Also, Santos Escobar kind of teased that Mexico might be getting a pay-per-view soon. Which one? I don't know. And there was a rumor that Fall Brawl was coming back. I don't believe that. That's you know, you can't do Fall Brawl without War Games. And War Games is basically what Survivor Series is now. Survivor Series War Games. So what are you going to do with Fall Brawl? Fall Brawl should just be an event, not even with, it shouldn't even be anything. Just leave it alone. Bring back Armageddon would be nice. They bring back Bad Blood, so why not bring back, like, old school pay-per-views? No, they brought back No Mercy, but I was like, it's for NXT. They should bring back Armageddon somewhere. I don't know where you can put it. Or maybe just have, like, we can't have it in November because you got Crown Jewel. So you had to put it somewhere. And I would have put it in September, but, you know, you're coming off Bash in Berlin, and you're going right into Bad Blood right after that, which is October the 5th, and then after October the 5th, you go into Crown Jewel, I think, number 6 in Saudi Arabia, and then 3 weeks after that, it's the final pay-per-view of the year for WWE, which is Survivor Series, wherever that's going to be. Because there's not going to be anything in December, except for Deadline for NXT, and then January, well, I don't even think they're going to have anything in January, really, because they're going to be setting up for the Royal Rumble. NXT is going to have New Year's Evil, and they're going to be setting up after that for Vengeance Day, which is the day after the Royal Rumble in Indy. So that should be fun. But if they want to do Fall Brawl, why don't you just make that like an NXT type pay-per-view? Don't have to make it a main roster one. I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Moving on. Alright, so Nyla Rose beat Ava Laws in under 2 minutes. Big deal. Alright, then we get a look back at Bryan Danielson. Yes! Winning the Men's Owen Hart Tournament, beating the Hangman, Adam Page, setting up his title shot against Swerve at All In 3 in Wembley. I think he might win it, but if he does win it, he's probably going to either his farewell tour is going to be probably pretty much over after that. So I don't know if he's going to, like, continue on as the champ for a little while, maybe hold it for like a month or 2, maybe 3 at most. But then he'll probably lose it to someone like MJF, or he loses to Adam Page. He'll lose it, or he'll just retire with the belt, and then we have a big old tournament again. I'm like, oh no. Really, what he should do is lose it to the winner of the Grand Slam tournament on Collision. Or maybe at Battle of the Belts coming up, maybe whenever the next Battle of the Belts is, which at this point might be before or after All In and All Out. We haven't found out yet, but I keep looking at my my timers, because I have Battle of the Belts on a timer. So when we have Battle of the Belts, it's automatically taped. So I haven't seen anything. And that's pretty much it for that. So we'll see what happens with that. So Swerve and Bryan Danielson gonna go at it for the world title in England. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, didn't have to write that because it was just a package. Alright, then we go to your main event of the evening. A 6-man tag team match player. We had Top Flight Andretti of Action Andretti and Top Flight, Darius and Dante Martin. They take on Shane Taylor Promotions of the big man, Shane Taylor Rumble, Young Man Rumble, Tiger Style, Lee Moriarty, and the man from England, Anthony, don't wake me up before you go-go. Oh, go-go. But it is what it is. Pretty decent match, back and forth, lots of high flippity-dippity-doos here and there. Getting to the end, Ogogo knocks Dante outside to take over, and then Lee Moriarty hits a clothesline for a near fall. Just basic clothesline. And then Shane Taylor trips Darius down, and then Action Andretti goes to dive onto him I believe, on the outside, leaving Darius to hit something like an F5 type maneuver. 1, 2, 3 on Lee Moriarty in under 12 minutes. Match was pretty decent, and that's pretty much it for that. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And then after the match, well, Mr. Shane Taylor, still a spoiled sport, comes in and just wrecks everybody, because that's what he does. He's Shane Taylor, former one of the longest TV champions in Ring of Honor history, next to Joe. And I think Jay Lethal held the belt for like almost a year too. But Joe held it for a very long time, almost 2 years at one point, until he vacated it. I don't know. I think Shane Taylor held it for around a year or over a year. And then he was also 6-man tag team champion. So there you go. That's that. All right. So let's see what happens with that. Oh, this wasn't the main event. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. All right. Almost done. Then we hear from Deonna Purrazzo. She's in her living room with a nice little interview with a vampire-like setup. Very nice. She says, "I'm not done with you, Thunder Rosa," but she is ready to burn everything down to remake it in her image. They're not in her living room, but I think they're in the back somewhere. I forget what it was. Anyway, Thunder Rosa comes in and says, "Me, you, next week on Collision in a Lumberjill match." Ooh. Well, a hardcore match. Not so much hardcore per se, but Lumberjills will be around the ring. How many people can you get, really? But at that. Alright, after that, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then, like I said, Nyla Rose answers Mercedes Moné's open challenge for the TBS Championship. She says she's gonna wreck people next week. That's pretty much it. Alright, then we stick with the ladies as we go to Sky White, or Sky Blue, dressed up as a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, which, I mean, good, but, I hate the Cowboys, but, yeah, we got that. But she looked pretty damn hot. She takes on Harley Cameron, who came out with Saraya Knight, Paige. Pretty decent match, 8-minute match. Sky Blue hits the TKO into a variation of the Dragon Sleeper, kind of one of her new actual moves now. And Harley just taps out really quick, and then Sarah's like, "What happened?" 8-minute match. Match was okay. 2.25 out of 5 stars. That's pretty much it. Then she challenges Hikaru Shida for a match next week. That should be interesting. We got that. Alright, then after that, we got to look at Chris Jericho. Basically destroying in his group, the Jericho Vortex. Basically, they took out a Hulk with a fireball. Shibata got his arm basically broken in half. And this past week got Dynamite in that stadium, Stampede street fight. He put Samoa Joe through a wall, even though it was a styrofoam wall. And sent Joe to the hospital. So we saw that and then Jericho starts mocking everybody on Rampage. That's pretty much it. So we got that. Alright, then now we actually go to your main event of the evening, a tag team match player. We have the kingdom of Mike Bennett and I'm Matt Taven, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, in a non-title match with Roddy on commentary. They're taking on the team of freshly squeezed orange juice, Orange Cassidy, and Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts. Well, he's near his hometown of Vancouver, British Columbia, but he's in a different province. You have Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Anyway, pretty decent match it was. Getting to the end, Mike Bennett gets catapulted into the corner, knocks Taven down. And then Orange Cassidy comes back in, hits the beach break for a near fall. And then it's time for Roddy to come down to the ring to cause some chicanery. But then we see the big stone pit bull, Tomohiro Ishii. Not Ishii, it's Ishii. Starts a brawl with Roddy. They go to the back. But that distraction led Trent Beretta, who was on the outside, on the other side, comes in and takes out Orange Cassidy, which led to, that distraction led to the Kingdom hitting Hail Mary, full of grace. 1, 2, 3, they get the win as they hit that on Kyle O'Reilly, and the match ends in under 14 minutes. Match itself was pretty good, 3 out of 5 stars. That's it. And then after the match, looked like Roddy was going to go after Orange Cassidy, because I think Kyle was down and out. So about to go on a 3-on-1 beatdown, and then almost became a 4-on-1 beatdown. Now, actually, they're going after Kyle, and then Trent comes in to do more damage, and then OC is behind him with that monkey wrench that Trent used on Chucky T to put him out of wrestling, pretty much. Orange Cassidy comes in, hits, and actually Trent tried to go after the Kingdom, and then Orange Cassidy comes in with that monkey wrench, decks Trent from behind in the back of the head, and Trent just crumbles to the mat. He's also injured, by the way, and he was in line for a big push. It sucks when that happens. Look at that. And then Ishii comes back in to kind of celebrate with Orange Cassidy and Kyle O'Reilly. And that's pretty much it. And then on the AEW exclusive, I think it was Alicia Atu, or one of the interviewers were trying to get a word with Orange Cassidy, and he basically said nothing. So people are like, "Oh, we're gonna get a darker side of Orange Cassidy." So he won't be freshly squeezed. He'll be the dark. Well, I don't know. He'll be blood orange, basically, I guess. Dark orange, I guess. Whatever. So we'll see what happens with that as we go into this week's shows. And that's it. Then we get, to end the show properly, a video for MJF, Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, and Will Oceanspray for the Intercontinental title on Dynamite. We heard from MJF on his Stairmaster bashing Oceanspray, and then Oceanspray comes back, I think, on Twitter when he was talking about England and Spain in the Cup and everything, which Spain won. So congrats to Spain on winning the Euro Cup in Europe, obviously. They had one tonight, Argentina and Colombia, and there was like a big freaking stampede. Because people just like rushed the gates, broke the gates, started running in like a bunch of migrants. Let's go to the soccer game, SA! You're gonna drink sangria and talk to Eddie Guerrero. No, Eddie Guerrero! Why are you making fun of me? I'm not making fun, I'm just being funny. We're not doing a good job, SA. Shut up, Eddie. Go over there. Anyway. So we got that. Alright, so that ends the show properly, and that's pretty much it. But all in all, Collision wasn't that bad. So I gave it 6.5 out of 10 stars. Then what do you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment down below. That's pretty much it. Alright, guys. It's really late, so I'm going to just put this one up as video number 2. I was going to do 3 videos today, but it's really late, and I'm going to bed. I'm tired as fuck anyway. So, TNA Ring of Honor, I'm going to try to do tomorrow evening when I come back from my doctor appointments, and get that out of the way really quick, and get you set up for not only the Republican National Convention with Mr. Trump, and really, Monday Night Raw, we're going to start off Monday Night Raw with Mommy Rhea Ripley, discussing the issues with Liv Morgan and Dom Dom. That should be fun to start the show. And we'll see what happens with that. But I think it's going to lead us into Rhea Ripley getting her, pretty much her rematch with, actually not her rematch per se, but getting her hands on Liv Morgan. And that, and the Women's Championship that really she never lost, because she vacated it. And that's pretty much it. So, Mommy is looking for revenge, or revancha, for you Spanish people at home. We'll see what happens with that. We got Ilya Dragunov getting a Intercontinental title shot against Sami Zayn tomorrow. That should be interesting, but I think Braun Breaker's going to fuck that whole match up. Make it a triple threat match at SummerSlam, which I think Braun will probably win the belt there. We'll have to see. What else do we got? Big Bronson Reed and Sheamus. Fella! That's going to be a hard-hitting, brutal match. Not so much big, beefy men slapping meat, but... we got that. We got a spoiler alert here. We're going to get another Wyatt 6 video, and it's going to be an interview with Eric Rowan. Because if you follow the Wyatt 6 on Twitter, they had a bunch of numbers, and then there's a video there, and in the video, well, not a video, I think it's a video or a picture of the sheep mask, and that only belongs to who? That's Eric Rowan. So we're going to get Eric Rowan's story tomorrow. That's pretty good, because we have like 3 weeks of Uncle Howdy. So we're gonna probably have Nikki Cross, Abigail, give Pat McAfee and Michael Cole another present, which is starting to get redundant a little bit. People are saying it's getting redundant. What else are you gonna do? You just gonna not give it to them, or I'd rather just have them just show the goddamn tape. They're gonna probably still be hounding Chad Gable. To the point, I don't know when what's gonna happen with that. Good thing Jey Uso got out of there as fast as he could. Yeet! And he's out of there. But we'll see what happens with that. And then on SmackDown, we're gonna see what happens with the Bloodline after they pretty much decimated Randy Orton and Cody. And I don't think we're gonna see Randy Orton for a while, because it looks like he might be injured with that hellacious triple powerbomb through the announce table, and he already came back from a back injury that cost him almost a year and a half. So we have that. Kevin was on leave because his mom is pretty much near death. I hope she's all right. I know Will Oceanspray lost his nana, so my condolences go out to Mr. Will Oceanspray. And we got that, but hopefully, we don't have to hear any bad news, especially on Twitter, on Kevin Steen's Twitter page, that his mother passed away. But but as always, my thoughts and prayers go out to Kev and everybody in his family. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe Kev returns on SmackDown. We'll see what happens with that. But right now, the fake as fuck Bloodline still running amok right now, and Cody is going to be defending the belt against Solo. And what is the meaning of this, Jacob Fatu? I mean, Roman used to do a lot of this, along with Paul Heyman. So a lot of people are like, oh, there's a spy in the fake Bloodline. It's Jacob Fatu. He's going to join up with Roman and probably the Usos. And that's probably going to be the Survivor Series team, unless they put in Sami Zayn as the 5th guy. And then on the other side, I would think they're probably gonna add Hikuleo, and then maybe Zila Fatu or Lance Anoy. But then again, maybe Jacob stays in the fake as fuck Bloodline. I mean, we'll have to see what happens next week. Well, this week, I should say. But man, Jacob Fatu wrecked DIY up. I mean, he fucked up everybody. That double jump into a slingshot moonsault, that was crazy. The fans were like, what the fuck? Then he hits a double jump moonsault on Ciampa. I mean, Corey Graves and Bad News Wade Barrett are like, what the hell was that? I can't believe he did that. I mean, I guess you didn't watch his MLW stuff. It is what it is. Jacob Fatu right now, he had a great night like this past Friday. They should have signed him years ago, Hunter. I'm talking about years ago. Not when it was red hot in MLW. And in Puerto Rico, too. Easton knows all about that, but it is what it is. Alright, that's pretty much it. Alright, so I gotta get out of here. It's very late. I'm going to bed. Alright, so thank you for watching. Check out my Shannon Doherty tribute in the description box below. And like I said, TNA and Ring of Honor tomorrow evening, sometime. Probably around, I would say around 6 o'clock. We'll see what happens. Like, get that out of the way, and then I'll probably rest for a little bit up until 8 o'clock for Monday Night Raw. And then, I will be taping the national. I'll tape some of it. I'm not gonna tape all. Well, I'll tape all of it, but I'm gonna watch some of it. Probably later, probably after Raw, I'll watch what Mr. Trump said. I'm not gonna watch during it, obviously, unless I put it in picture-in-picture. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much it. And we'll see what happens with all that. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Once again, 6.5 out of 10 stars for Collision. Pretty decent show. And that's it. Alright, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. And until next time, if you're not down with that, well, you're a bunch of hypocrites, a bunch of jealous motherfuckers. And I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. Go your false accusations and stick them up your ass, too. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow for a TNA Ring of Honor and Raw. Hopefully Raw tomorrow night. We'll see how everything goes. So I got more doctor appointments on Tuesday, and I will be out pretty much most of Tuesday anyway. And then Wednesday I'll be chilling, and Thursday I got the day off because I got to go to the doctor. My follow up for my back. We got that. And then Friday and Saturday, and then pretty much by this time next week, not next week, well actually yeah, next weekend, I will be out. I'll be out of here. I'll be off YouTube for about 6 days, but I will be returning on the 28th with your Death Before Dishonor and Collision review for that weekend. As far as Raw on the 22nd, NXT, Dynamite, SmackDown, and Rampage, TNA Ring of, I'm not going to do TNA Ring of Honor. I'm not going to review it that week. I'm not even going to talk about it on Twitter or on social media, but I will be doing some live tweets, not much live tweets, because I'm not going to watch all of Raw, but I will be watching a replay on Tuesday. Same thing with NXT. Well, maybe NXT. We'll see what happens with that. Dynamite is probably going to be, I might tweet a little bit before I go to bed, because probably going to be going to bed early those nights, like around 10, 11 o'clock. But right after Dynamite, I'll probably be in bed. So I might live tweet for Dynamite. And then Thursday, probably not much of anything. That's that. SmackDown and Rampage. We have to see about that on the the 26th, which is Death Before Dishonor. Got that. As far as Slammiversary goes, I might do that. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes on, because this Slammiversary is on the 20th, which is Friday night. No, wait, that's Saturday. I think it's the 21st. When is... Shoot. I wish I had my phone. I think I do. Let me see. Hold on. I think it's the 20th or the 21st. Alright, let me look at my other phone. Let me just Google it. Slam! Do! Slammiversary. That's the 24th. It is. Oh, it's a Saturday night. It is Saturday night, so it might be tough to do the Slammiversary review. I might have to just put that up on Twitter, because I have an early flight next. Not an early flight, like a mid-afternoon flight. Late morning, early afternoon flight. So if anything, I would do Collision definitely Saturday night, even if it's like at this time at night. I'll still do it pre-recorded, of course. But as far as Slammiversary goes, I will be doing my predictions for that on probably this coming weekend, and get you ready for that. As far as the review, I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. I might do it right after. I'll do Collision probably before midnight, and then before I actually go to bed, I will do a quick Slammiversary review. Because I'm only doing Slammiversary because of it's Slammiversary, and possible NXT spoilers in there. But we'll see what happens with that. So my final video of before I go on my 6-day vacation will be the Slammiversary review over on my Peter Joseph channel, and that's pretty much it. So that's what it's going to be this week. Lots of videos. Please hit that bell so when all those videos go up, you won't miss it. And if you do, well, that's too bad for you because you're SOL and you know what that means. And that's that. But like I said, tomorrow I'll be back for TNA Ring of Honor from this past week, on past Thursday. And that's pretty much it. Then we got maybe Raw coming your way late, not this late at this time hour, but your late night Monday Night Raw review right here, still on the channel. So I got 2 videos right here on the channel coming possibly tomorrow. And then that's it. On my other channels will get your love and support as well, and we'll see what happens with that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'm out of here. Peace, bitches.